Well, after Sarge gets done filling this 9320 up with fuel, they'll pull this 7290 in here and fill it up. Jason did a service on it this morning, and we ended up putting the front weights back on here. This tractor does not do that great on the dump wagon compared to the 8360. Now the tires are slightly wore on it, but we believe that the lack of the weight being on the front end and the front duals and the shorter wheelbase, this doesn't get around as well because of that. So we put the weights on. We'll see what that does here today. We're going to be able to finish up silage today. I just got to figure out where we're going to be able to go. We ended up getting the red Freightliner towed in here yesterday. We'll have to get that transmission out and see what's wrong, or actually just replace the transmission with a reman. Something broke inside of it in the first week of chopping corn here, and luckily there wasn't a load on it. So we're gonna go and scout a couple of fields and see where we can go here today. We've been running dump wagon the last couple of days, and we've got some corn that we need to see if we can get into the field and get to it or not. So I'm gonna do a little field scouting here. Well, we're doing a little field scouting right now before we take off with the chopper. We've only got a little bit left to chop right where we're at, and I gotta kind of know where to go here next. It's all, looks like it's all dump wagon work from here on out. And we've got some corn that's scattered here and there. Some of it's greener than some other areas. So we're actually just down the road here on Route 20. We're going to pull into this one farm and see what this corn is like. We're not too far off the road here. We should be able to get in and out of here decently, but it's going to be all dump wagon work here. We've got a couple of strips of corn down here. It looks like it's got a little bit of green in it. The outside row is burned up pretty good, but this is probably gone past silage. Looks like it's got a good size ear on it, so it'll make good grain anyway. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get into here to chop anything. That's probably somewhere near 50% moisture, so this ain't a bad farm to have to use the dump wagon on if need be, because we're not that far off the road. They could just circle around this building here and run the dump wagon to it, but that corn is too dry. So we've got another farm up on Route 80 here. We'll go up and check that corn, see what that's like. Well, we've got corn on both sides of the road here. The right hand side, that corn looks like it's starting to dry down. That's probably gone past silage. But that strip up there from here looks plenty green. We have we had wheat in here. It's now seeded down to alfalfa. And this next field is seeded down as well. This can be a little bit of a booger to get into. It's wet right next to this pond here. Driveway looks wet, but this is hard in here, nice solid base to it. But just past the end of this driveway, past this pond, it's wet right in here, and we really don't want to get out into this field at all. But we do have a decent landing right there to load trucks. However, that corn up in there has to come down and around this field here, edge of this field, with the dump carts, and I feel we're gonna be waiting a little bit. But man, that corn is, that's still green yet. cloudy around here. Well, as you can see, it's going to be a little bit of a booger to get up in here. This corn is plenty green. Doesn't have the greatest ear on it on this outside row. But it'll definitely make picking corn. When we get to it, if we can't get to it with the chopper here. So we're gonna kind of have to go in the direction, the other direction here. It's just gonna take too much to get into these fields with this dump wagon for right now. So we can kind of pick our poison, if you will, because we've got plenty of corn, plenty enough corn to choose from, and I think this is gonna be too hard to get into. Alright, we're kind of picking up where we left off here last night. We ended up having a dump wagon load left on overnight. And the trucks are just starting to get here. Jared's going to dump that load on the truck 9. We got Alex backing in over there. And then we've got Sarah on deck here. We've got a nice hard driveway to get in and out of this field. However, it is wet right here. Clear around just about the whole field here. We do have another driveway that we can get into up there. Well, this is the last field that we are going to cut for silage for 2021. We started this morning finishing up that field on the other side of the hedgerow there. And that one was quite muddy. This one's not so bad. We've got a little bit of a hole there, about halfway down and almost up to the hedge. There's another hole up on the top side. We're having to dump cart everything out of here as well, and then we use the dump carts. Over on that field over there, Davey's just running up through on the other side of that hedgerow, and the trucks are able to stage in that other field. We've got a pretty good landing set up for them. And they're able to get in off the road. These guys dump their dump wagon load onto them, and then they get back to the chopper as quick as they can here. The corn has been doing real good as far as holding on to its moisture. This is a Hubner 6867. We have not grown this variety before. We've had good luck with this, and we've had good luck with the 6663. It is running, this field here is running in the mid 60s for moisture, so that's going to work good going up on top of the bunk. They're going to be able to get it packed real nice and tight. Here's a little bit of silage here that spilled off of the front of the dump wagon, and we're cutting at a like 19 millimeter, 17 and 19 millimeter. And you can see the corn kernels are just mashed, ripped right apart from the kernel processor. So Jared's just getting ready to pull up here. We'll get loading him. We've only got about 2 acres left here. So we only have a little bit left here, and Jared is about loaded. Davey's pulling in, ready to get loaded. And here is the throughput on the chopper. We're running 63 to 66% moisture. We got 25 ton running through the chopper as throughput. 9 dry tons, and then the field average is running right around 23 ton. So we are just going to keep motoring on here. Got just a little bit farther on Jared, and then we will Well, here we are. This is the last pass down through the field for 2021. Looks like it's all gonna fit right on this load here. Looks like Davey's sliding a little bit towards me a little bit there, but it is what it is. We have managed to keep from running into each other, which is a good thing. As you can see, that tire can get awful close to that outside row, especially when you get slipping and sliding in the mud. Well, another 100 feet or so to go, and she's all gonna fit. Everything worked out real good this year. We had a couple of minor breakdowns, but nothing serious. Nothing that kept us out of the game at all. And the type of breakdowns that we've had can be expected. They're wear and tear items. And it is what it is. So we're gonna leave that one little corn stalk in the field down there. That's for the deer, I guess. So Jared has turned around, and we're gonna head back to the farm. Quitting tonight before it gets dark. So that's gonna do it, folks. That is it for 2021. I better remember to put my pipe back. I don't want to do that. I don't want to rip that spout off. on the last run of the year. As you can see, this field had some mud in it right there, but this one wasn't bad. This other field was horrible, but we got it done. So that's gonna do it, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you at the next one.